Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the third base side of the field. Here with us tonight to perform our national anthem is the lovely and talented Miss Pearl Ann Zabel.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets echoed, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Excellent job. Excellent job. Thank you all for Miss Pearl. Now let's introduce the starting lineup for tonight's game. First for the Lima Locos. Leading off.
Hello and welcome to more Joe's Baseball, the GLSCL Championship Series here at home at beautiful Foundation Field. The Hamilton Joes taking on the Lima Locos here for Game 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series. Blake Griffin, Luke Westpoli alongside. It was a rough day yesterday in Lima, a almost 4-hour baseball game that saw 27 Locos reach base. It just seems like tonight something's got to give for the Joes.
Absolutely. Last night's something that you just kind of have to forget about. There's not really a whole lot of good you could have taken from it, other than maybe that ninth inning where you got a couple of runs walked in. Didn't really take the bat off the shoulder too much, but certainly a night to forget yesterday for the Joes. Now you got your season on the line, but fortunately for them, you do get to come home and play today, and if it comes to it, tomorrow at home as well. It's a chance for the Joes to get back to 500 at home this season, and most importantly, keep their season alive, trailing 1-0 in the best-of-3 series.
The Joes are taking the field, so we'll give you the Kettering Health starting lineups. Leading things off, as usual, Parker Lester at second base. In the 2-hole, Andrew Patrick, he'll roam the outfield grass in center. Nick Wimmers will get the DH responsibilities tonight. He'll bat third. Steven Stigler out in left. He will hit cleanup. Batting fifth, Evan Ulrich. He's behind the plate tonight. Tristan Melvin making a return to the lineup. He will bat sixth and play right field. Clay Badalak in the 7-hole. He'll play shortstop. And Sam Lowe, the Gold Glove third baseman, will bat eighth. Batting ninth and rounding things off, the big man, Captain Canada, Cal Brazier over there at first base. Leading the way for the Joes on the mound tonight, Tyler Hudson. We talked to Ryan Finnerty before the game, and he said you can't go through this, you can't go through the playoffs not throwing Hudson and Hopewell. So Hudson going to start things off. Hopefully the Joes can give him some offense tonight. Maybe we don't even have to use Hopewell tonight, start him tomorrow.
Yeah, everything's just kind of a toss-up right now. We talked to the coaching staff before the game. They just said we're going to take it, one pitcher at a time. They'll see who they have to throw situationally. It's very interesting because you think about it, in order to win this series, you do need to win 2 games.
Yeah.
But then, of course, you can't lose the first. So you got to get through game 1 before you can worry about game 2. They'll pitch Hopewell if need be. Like you said, they're hoping that maybe they can use him tomorrow instead. But if they need to, Chase Hopewell will take the mound. And you got to throw your best pitchers in those types of situations. Tyler Hudson going to make his first start of the playoffs after coming out of the bullpen last time, getting the win in the first round against Licking County when he came out of the bullpen in that one. And he's going to face off against another pitcher who's making his first start, period, on the season, in Grant Rising, who's got 10 bullpen appearances on the regular year for the Locos, going to get his first start on the bump on the flip side.
Has been a mixed bag for Tyler Hudson, whether or not we were going to see him out of the bullpen or starting games. He's more comfortable out of the bullpen role, but when the Joes have needed him, he has performed. The top 5 ERA performer in the GLSCL finished with a 1.6 or 1.57, I believe, to round out the year. as he will look to keep things rolling for the Joes. He just finishes the warm-up pitches. Evan Ulrich will fire down to second. We're ready to roll here in Hamilton. Leading things off for the Locos tonight will be Ty Gill, shortstop. Played himself pretty well last night. Two walks, a single, an RBI, and a run for Ty Gill last night. Was a mixed bag. As we mentioned, the Joes pitchers kind of allowing far too many base runners as the first pitch of the game is off the corner for ball one. And we're underway. 7:05, back-to-back nights. I guess gonna have the commissioner here every night. Start on time. A 1-0 swung on and missed from the GLSCL walks leader. Here in the top of the first inning. 85 so far from Hudson. Saw Leisure kind of overthrow yesterday. He was topping up what we weren't used to seeing. We saw him throw 95. And it did kind of seem like he was a bit too gassed up.
Yeah, maybe a little overzealous.
As the 2-1 going to miss upstairs will now be 3-1. Three-1 fouled off, now 3-2. That one fouled off. Full count offering, hit up the middle, just out of the glove range of Parker Lester. And Ty Gill will pick up where he left off yesterday. Will reach base for the first time tonight. The Locos have a leadoff base runner.
Yeah, Lester playing a little bit pull side there. A little bit off the bag at second. Now going to move a little closer into double play depth after allowing that single up the middle.
Fastball on the outside corner to the GLSCL postseason leader in hits and batting average so far. Herring, who had a couple of innings on the, or about an inning on the mound. That's the 0-1. Yes, gonna miss upstairs, now 1-1.
Yeah, struggled a little bit. Was pretty good to start, but then kind of struggled as his outing dragged on. Only went 2/3 of an inning. Walked 5 batters.
That one's fouled off. The count moved to 1-2. Hudson hunts down his first strikeout of the game. Coming to big spot. Saw the same sort of thing from Leisure with a couple of base runners and then was able to get out of the first inning. That one chopped up the middle to Parker Lester. He'll step on second for one. Fire over to first. Cal pulled off the bag. Be a fielder's choice as Herring is able to reach almost what you wanted from the Joes, but you'll take the out anyway.
Yeah, that ball was hit very softly. Just chopped a few too many times to make that an easy tailor-made, you could say, 4-3 double play for Parker Lester. So he had to get that out of the glove rather quickly to throw to first, and the rush throw pulled Cal Brazier off the bag.
First pitch upstairs to DJ Jackson. Saw a kind of bit of confusion that we saw yesterday as Parker Lester forgot his jersey here yesterday. We saw DJ Jackson now forget it tonight as that one is soared. The count now moves to 1-1. Filling up the zone is Hudson so far. As that one again finds the zone.
Just refreshing to see strikes thrown for this
Yeah.
team after a whole lot of walks yesterday, season high. That was really what hurt them. It wasn't even really the hits as much as it
No.
was the walks.
That was the absolute plague. Got 1 and 2. That one's fouled off from Herring, or rather Jackson.
And we talked after the game about it. We talked to the coaching staff as well, and they were just not impressed with anything on either side, really.
Yeah.
And I think the Locos would say the same. They just kind of said that Lima played less bad than they did, as much as they would have liked to say that Lima played a good game. Really, neither team did play sound baseball.
There's the 1-2 shot to the right-hand side. That's going to curl out of play, get into the Locos bullpen. One balls, 2 strikes to DJ Jackson. Maybe get another double play ball here. Is the 1-2 hit into center field. Andrew Patrick going to range back into the gap. He will settle under it just before the warning track and make the play for out number 2. F8, something we saw a number of yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of balls hit out to center field.
A lot of fly balls as the wind was blowing in at Simmons Field, knocked a lot of balls down.
Almost no wind to speak of here tonight.
Yeah. Bring up Brennan Norton as that one is slapped down the right-hand side, but foul. Couple observations as we were doing some work, weren't able to watch a little bit of BP, but one of our interns was saying that Norton was probably hitting one of the balls the hardest out of this Locos group. The 0-1. Chopped on the ground to Badalak. He'll field that one to the chest to low to Parker Lester. And a relatively smooth first inning compared to yesterday. As we move to the bottom half of the first inning, the Joes have their first chance to get things going on offense. You're watching the GLSCL Championship Series here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Back here at Foundation Field, a much-needed 0 put up by Tyler Hudson as it will give way to the Joes offense, as we have harked on time and time again. When the Joes are playing well, they score first. So Parker Lester will look to kick things off and get things rolling for the Joes. He will face Grant Rising, as that one will miss upstairs for ball 1. Rising, as Luke mentioned, is making his first start in general of this GLSCL summer season. I made 10 appearances out of the bullpen, as that one will ring the bottom part of the zone. Parker Lester asking if that's where the bottom was. Gets a nod from the home plate umpire, and the count moves to 1-1. Lefty on lefty matchup. Saw a good mix of lefties and righties, as that one is sent out in the left field. Camped under it is Garner. Has to range back actually a little bit. But will settle under it for out number 1. Parker Lester retired on 3 pitches. We'll bring up Andrew Patrick. Not a lot of success for the Joes team in general yesterday. Patrick was 0 for 5, but did reach on an E8, came around to score. We'll look to turn the tide here in the championship series game number 2, as that one will miss low on the first pitch. One and 0. Big cut and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt from Rising. There's 13 innings pitched so far for Rising, the Eastern Michigan University. As that one gonna bounce low into the chest of White behind the dish. ERA of 9.44, 21 strikeouts, 21 walks, 13 hits, and a record of 0-1. Pitched against the Jazz his last time out in a 1-inning appearance, as that one check swing, but that one finds the inside corner, and we're even at 2-2.
Yeah, this is his first start. It's been a little while since he's pitched. 10 appearances out of the bullpen this season, and it's really been on or off for him. He will either give up no runs or give up a whole bunch, it seems, all season.
2-2 gonna miss low. We know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, his last 2 appearances, he's pitched 1 inning and not given up any runs. And then the appearance before that got the loss in a game against Jetbox, where he only went 1/3 of an inning, gave up 4 earned.
Full count offering here to Andrew Patrick. Check swing. Actually almost got over the head of DJ Jackson at first. Finds the glove as Jackson had to get some air. And an unorthodox out number 2.
Yeah, I think Andrew Patrick asking the umpire, Ron Black, at home on the way back if that was going to be called ball, and I think he got the confirmation it was. I think he realized that about halfway through the swing, but it was too late at that point. Better to make contact, though, than to have a sword and miss.
I've seen a couple of Lima fans make their way to Hamilton. Don't want to give them any sort of juice here at home, as we get a check swing from Nick Wimmers at the plate, batting in the 3-hole from the right-hand side. Haven't seen a whole lot of righty Wimmers throughout the playoffs. Been a lot of righties. There's the 0-1. Gonna miss low. Trying to find the bottom of the zone is Rising. 2 outs and a 1-1 count to Nick Wimmers here at the bottom of the first inning in game number 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series. That one's gonna miss low as well. The Locos on top after a 13-7 win yesterday, as the Joes struggled to get some offense going. Both teams had troubles of their own defensively. As the 2-1 curveball, not going to catch enough of the zone, will be pushed off the plate. Wimmers, probably one of the best eyes on this Joes team. Saw that yesterday. Reached base 3 times. As he'll swing and foul that one off. Normally, if you think he's swinging at it, it's probably a good pitch, I suppose.
Yeah. Chased at ball 4 there probably, but still has another chance. Wimmers struggled a little bit yesterday, as he threw a ball into center field and an error behind the plate, and then also was run off the base pads late in that game in the 9th.
Full count offering, breaking ball, broke all the way in. Wimmers sends a line drive that didn't want to touch anything. That might have been 3 inches off the top of the dugout. Will find its way out of play.
That was a great defensive swing from Nick.
Yeah, you see the breaking ball, and you either pull it or you fight it off. As the 3-2. Fastball, that'll miss low. Rising will allow a base runner in the first, maybe to get something going. And we'll bring up Steven Stigler. Reached twice yesterday in a 0-for-3 performance. Did come around to score and get himself an RBI. That RBI came in the 7th where the Joes put up 2 runs. Left runners at second and third. That one rings the outside corner. Hudson with 19 pitches to get through the top half of the first. Rising approaching that mark at 17. Big old gap on the right-hand side. We'll see if Stigler pokes one to the right. We'll foul that one to the back netting. And Rising ahead 0-2. We mentioned Rising a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. So if the numbers are correct, he's due for a strikeout, but let's hope he doesn't get one here. 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Bouncing, blocked by White behind the dish. Numbers will find his way back.
He does give up more than 1 walk per inning, though, and also has more than 1 strikeout per inning, so you never know how it's going to go.
You get one or the other, it seems. 1-2. Upstairs. Leaving the count at 2-2.
I will say, in a surprising amount of his appearances, he's had the exact same number of strikeouts and walks.
Well, let's hope we
it's
break
looking
that
like
streak.
usually around 2 an inning. He'll go at 1 inning, walk 2, strike out 2, but
that one gonna miss low and in. Eagle-eyed Stigler at the dish, able to work the count from 0-2 now full. You'll see Wimmers take off with the pitch. Does have that 6.7 speed, as we have to mention every time. It's the obligatory Nick Wimmers speed check. 3-2. Into center field. Coming down is Morozic. He's going to give it a fire to third, but Wimmers way too fast in there with a, let's say, show me slide. As Stigler comes up with his first hit of the championship series. But runners at the corner for Evan Ulrich, who will get his lefty. You've seen massive success here at Foundation Field when Ulrich hits against lefties.
Absolutely. See if they test the arm of the new guy here. We got a lineup change for the Locos. Joe Salvo was behind the plate yesterday. Today it's Braden White.
We'll see if we get the Joes to move those legs. As the first pitch in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Breaking ball out in front, able to foul that one to the backstop. 0-2 with 2 outs and runners at the corners. The Joes threatening for the first time in the ball game. Locals were able to get a runner on themselves. Left a runner stranded at first. We'll see if we see any movement from Stigler to maybe draw a throw from Rising. We don't, as the 0-2 going to miss upstairs. Wimmers, or Ulrich needing to be a lot like Wimmers is why I mentioned Wimmers. With that 2-out, 2-strike resolve. Even Stigler, as there he goes. The 1-2 hit high in the air, and that's going to range its way back out of play. Ulrich hitting 136 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position throughout the regular season. Would love to see that number sort of rectified here in the championship series where it just means the most. The 1-2, gonna miss upstairs. It looks like we're gonna see Gill come over and take the throw from White if there's a steal, as the Locos infield has kind of shifted to the right, aside from Norton over there at third. Big gap, pull side. As the 2-2 gonna be swung on a miss, will require a throw from White. He will do so successfully. A strikeout, 2 to 3 put out, and Rising is able to get out of the jam. The Joes threaten, but are unable to push one across. We head to the top of the second inning, 0-0. Our score, Game 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series. We'll be right back. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Joes fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Will be 5, 6, and 7 do it for the Locos here in the top half of the second inning. In Game 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series. Locos up 1-0. Joe's looking to extend this season one more. That one's chopped up the middle. Fielded by Badalak smoothly, will fire across his body on the run. For out number 1, Jaden Davis retired on one pitch. And a 6-3 put out will bring up Josh Morozic with a 1 out. And Tyler Hudson kind of back to business. Had the single and the fielder's choice back in the first. They'll square to bunt as the first pitch will miss off the plate, despite the best efforts of Evan Ulrich behind the plate. 1-0. There it is on the inside corner. Morozic turning his shoulder. The defensive lineup has been the same for the entire playoffs here for the Joes, as that one will miss upstairs. If you've been following the Joes, it's probably been the same for the last 3 weeks, as we've really found exactly what we've wanted throughout the starting 9. As that one chopped to Badalak again. We'll have to get rid of it quickly as Morozic is booking it up the line. He will do so successfully for out number 2.
Those are two plays that should be a lot tougher than they were for Clay Badalak. The first one he had to come across second. That one he had to wait on. Just looking real smooth at short, just like we're used to seeing from him.
They'll bring up Cade Sadler as he'll smash one to Parker Lester. In the middle of the infield, getting some defensive work here in the inning. And it is a 6-pitch top of the second for Tyler Hudson. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, moving quickly, much quicker than last night, as we will look to put some more runs on for the Joes. You're watching game number 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008.
After a 1-2-3 top of the second, the Joes will look to get something rolling offensively here in their second trip up. We'll bring up Tristan Melvin, who makes a return to the lineup. Saw Melvin in game 2 against the Settlers. Went 1 for 3 as he'll foul off the first pitch he sees. Aggressive on the first pitch. Had that RBI, came around to score. Also walked in the first inning.
He's been sneaky good for the Joes all year long.
We've talked about it time and time again. It's just been a unfortunate season that we've had people above him. He's done nothing wrong to warrant not playing as much as we probably thought he would, as that one's going to go to the backstop. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Melvin as they look to get to Rising, as that one, again, hit hard but out of play. Rocking the white bat tonight.
Love it.
I saw him hit with a bomb bat yesterday. This is a new bat. I didn't get a chance to see it during
I think it's a
BP.
Marucci. I think I can see that M.
Pretty. 1-2. Hit just out of play once again.
He is hitting these super hard.
Yeah.
They're going foul, but he is crushing these pitches right now.
We have a gun up here, but we don't ever get exit
We don't get exit velo.
I wish we did. A 1-2. Gonna miss upstairs. Breaking ball. Left it just a bit too high for Grant Rising.
Thing with Melvin is he's never done anything crazy throughout the entire season, but he's just done everything right, it seems like.
Well, I would argue the home run was crazy.
Yeah,
That was
the
probably
home run was. That's the highlight.
The 2-2. Again, out of play.
That was the one thing that was out of the ordinary. Other than that, he's just quietly been about his business, and he's been very, very good this season.
He absolutely killed that one.
That home run, though, was, I literally, it slipped my mind. That was ridiculous over the scoreboard in Xenia.
2-2 once again. Breaking ball going to miss up and out, as Rising has been a little unable to get that breaking ball working here against Melvin. Something you'd like to see in an at-bat for Melvin is maybe hanging a breaking ball.
Yeah, the breaking ball is 73 miles an hour, too.
3-2. Again, going to foul it off, expand the zone just a little bit, and drive up the pitch count. This is an 8-pitch, now 9-pitch at-bat.
Yeah, this is great fight from Tristan. It can be tough against a pitcher like Rising. He's got a lot of variability in the speed of his pitches.
Full count offering once again. Fooled him on the breaking ball. Got him to swing right over the top for out number 1, but not an easy out number 1 by any means. A 9-pitch strikeout.
And not the worst strikeout you're ever going to have.
No, not by any means. You're hitting the ball hard the entire at-bat. You're just not hitting them in fair territory. We'll bring up Clay Badalak. Joe's leader in average this postseason as he hits one up the middle. Range to his right is Davis, as that's going to be ruled a hit, as Clay Badalak probably would have had that regardless. A tough play for Davis, who had to go to his right on the backhand, up the middle, throw across his body, and pull Jackson off the bag.
Put it where they aren't.
Yep.
That ball was not hit the hardest, but right up the middle, you force Davis at second base to come a long way and then come back across his body. Throw wasn't on line, but like you mentioned, Blake, if it was, probably wouldn't have caught him.
I tell you, the only second baseman that probably would have made that play is Walker Bridges, who's not a second baseman. That one is hit out of play. Sam Lowe will settle in. And that's only because
put a PO at second base and let them unleash the cannon.
They say that's only because Walker Bridges throws 95.
He throws 95, yeah.
Nothing to 1 to Sam Lowe, who was in a bit of a battle with the top of the RBI lead for the Joes as he hits that one a mile in the air, the middle of the field. Camped under it is Ty Gill. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Would have loved to seen that one maybe straightened out, but instead it's in the glove as we will bring up the 9-hole. Cal Brazier, Captain Canada. The Joe's RBI leader mentioned was in a battle with Sam Lowe. Him and Sam have really just been very good with runners on base.
Yes, they have.
Two outs and a runner on. That's Clay Badalak, and he'll take off. Throw low. The throw down to second. Got Badalak by at least a second. An absolute dime from Braden White will end the inning, and it head up to the third. Top of the third inning coming up. Nothing on our score. You're in game number 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series on the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Are your clothes still dirty after?
Braden White, after hosing out Clay Badalak, will lead off the top of the third inning. Just seems like baseball's a funny game like that.
Yep.
They'll square to bunt, pull back as that one rings off the outside corner. Don't know if he was trying to get a gauge of the response time or if he was just trying to see the fastball from a different angle. But regardless, it's 0-1. That one slapped foul. And now down 0-2. Tyler Hudson, a guy that likes to work very quickly. As we'll see Braden White kind of try to draw it out a little bit further, take a couple of seconds outside the box. Hudson nods, kicks, and deals. Here comes the 0-2. That one's set into right center field. That's going to split the outfielders. Andrew Patrick going to get there, but into second is Braden White standing for a leadoff double. So a 2-strike pitch that caught a little too much of the plate. Braden White makes him pay. Sends it into right center, and the Locos immediately threatening here in the third.
Yeah, good piece of 2-strike hitting. You barreled that one up. Good job by Braden White, too, like you mentioned, Blake, to slow things down and really take command of that at-bat.
Cal Brazier will come in expecting a bunt as this one's smashed on the ground to Badalak. That won't advance the runner. He'll throw over to first. In time for out number 1. Gardner yanked the ball over to Badalak. That's the place you don't want to put the ball if you are Gardner. You want to see that ball to the right-hand side. White, who was right behind the ball, saw it all the way. Retreated back to second. We'll bring at the top of the order Ty Gill. Saw him steal a base yesterday and lay down a drag bunt. As we see Sam Lowe come in just in front of the bag. That one's going to be hit out to the parking lot for strike 1.
This top of the order for the Locos is really, really good. For the Joes, you really need to get through them to get to that bottom of the order. Top 5 guys in their lineup all hit over 300 in the regular season.
You really don't like to have situations like this where the bottom of the order gets on, flips the lineup over as that one misses outside. You really would like to face the top of the order with nobody on.
Yeah, Lima led the GLSCL in team average. They hit 280 as a squad in the regular season.
On second is White. Ty Gill in a 1-1 count. Evan Ulrich able to block that one on top of the plate. Will keep White where he is. Cannot stress how important a good catcher has been in this playoff run. Both Wimmers and Ulrich have been phenomenal behind the plate defensively. As the 2-1 hit up into the air, Stigler going to have to come in. Him and Badalak having a bit of an exchange. Scared me up here in the booth. But Stigler ends up with it, and Ty Gill is retired.
And for Tyler Hudson, this is exactly what we're used to with runners on base. He gets the outs exactly like you want him to. You get the ground out, you get the soft fly out to shallow left field, and all of a sudden, second base with nobody out becomes second base with 2 out.
Yeah, it's absolutely never fades with runners on, which is the craziest thing. A couple looks at second. Brian Herring going to send that one out in the left field. Stigler ranges under, makes the catch for out number 3. And Tyler Hudson doing Tyler Hudson type things, gets out of the inning and strands the runner at second. All zeros here from Foundation Field. The GLSCL Championship Series heating up. Game number 2 right back in a couple seconds on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone. Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080.
Cal Brazier, we will get to hear the notorious B.I.G. back-to-back times as he will stride back up to the plate. Clay Badalak was cut down at second to end the second. And Cal Brazier will get a clean slate against Grant Rising to start the third. First pitch down in the dirt, or rather turf. All turf here at Foundation Field on the infield. As it gets out to the outfield, it turns to grass, as that one is hit out of play. Brazier hitting 200 when leading off an inning. Very much would love to see the Joes get something rolling here to start the third. As the 1-1, a breaking ball bounced in the dirt, bounces away from White. We've seen as the innings have gone by, Rising's breaking ball has progressively gotten more and more break. And more vertical break, I might say. And that one's crushed into right center field. Going back is Herring. He will make the catch just shy of the warning track. Talked to Cal Brazier yesterday about his first 2 at-bats where he hit the ball incredibly hard. They found gloves and then hit a little squib end barrel shot out into shallow right field for his only hit of the ball game. And he kind of just said, well, yeah, that's baseball. So an L9, I think I'm going to score that one in the book because that one was stung. We'll bring up Parker Lester as that one will miss upstairs. Bright side of this game has been all of the hard contact so far.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to think the dam will break for the Joes at some point, as that one's shot right back up the middle. Missed Rising's back by maybe 6 inches.
Parker Lester's going to kill a pitcher one of these days.
Yeah.
How many times has he hit the ball up the middle in the last probably week and a half?
Too many to count. He is incredible at being able to throw the barrel and just shoot the ball right back up the middle.
Yeah, it got to the point where the Xenia scouts started almost catching on to it late in the regular season and shifting on him up the middle. He just hits so many balls straight back where they came from.
We'll put the GLSCL postseason stolen base leader on the bases, as that one is fouled at the plate. Leads the GLSCL in the playoffs by 3 stolen bases with 5.
He's almost, I mean, he's close to doubling his regular season tally. I believe he had 8 in the regular season.
He is not, I don't want to say slow. He's not slow by any means, but he's not a guy who stole any bases for a long time in the regular season, as that one will miss low.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some other guys that the Joes had earlier in the season. You get a guy like Grant Miller or Bennett Clement on, it's almost an automatic steal, and Lester was not like that at all. He would just kind of steal sometimes when he got the sign, but he's perfect.
A couple of guys that have been perfect. They've been really good at picking spots. It's a half-decent lead over there. I haven't seen that pickoff move from Rising, as that one will break upstairs for ball 2.
Pickoff move is something that we saw plenty of yesterday.
I think that might be the reason Rising hasn't thrown one.
Jaron Slusher at one point went to first 5 times during one at-bat yesterday.
It was a bit much, if I do say so myself, as the 2-1 swung on a miss.
And I believe earlier as well, may have been, was not Sam Lowe. Someone was on first base where he picked off a few times and then still got stolen on, so it didn't really help him. I can't remember which one that was for the life of me. It might have been Parker Lester, yeah.
Parker or Clay. It was in the first 2 or 3 innings.
So it didn't really help him too much.
Count is even at 2-2. Parker Lester at first. Andrew Patrick at the plate. The Joes trying to get something growing offensively. That one's crushed in the left fields. But the wind caught that one, knocks it down. Apologies for the overexcitement. That ball was probably the hardest ball I've seen hit from Andrew Patrick all season. Aside from the one he pulled maybe into the subdivision.
Hardest hit, yeah, in fair territory. Got a little bit underneath that one, but
that one looked a lot like the Evan Ulrich home run.
Yep.
But it kind of just died out there and was caught on the warning track, just shy of. We'll bring up righty Wimmers as he will watch that one catch the outside corner for strike 1. 2 outs and a runner on. The Joes have had a runner on in every inning. Those 3 hits you see on the scoreboard. Nothing in 1. There goes Parker Lester. He's going to watch that ball in for a strike. And Parker Lester able to beat the arm of White.
He's lucky there. White one-hop that one to the left of second base as Parker almost gives a comical safe signal. He did not get a good jump.
No.
If that throw was on line, he would have been hosed by quite a ways, but he stays perfect, and now he's into scoring position.
Nothing in 2 with 2 outs as that one misses off the plate for ball 1. Wimmers trying to cash it in for the Joes.
Locos continuing to leave that gap in the right side of the infield pretty large. See if Wimmers can go the other way. That would almost certainly score Parker Lester.
And it does do that, but bouncing over was Davis after he was holding on the runner, able to make the throw in time for out number 3, and the Joes leave another runner stranded, make that 5 on the game as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Nothing our score here at the GLSCL Championship Series, game number 2. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
DJ Jackson will lead things off at the top of the fourth as Tyler Hudson continues to lock it down on the mound. Just 34 pitches through 3 innings as he makes his second trip through the lineup. 2 hits for the Locos tonight as opposed to 3 hits for the Joes. Neither have been able to bring a run across. So that one is set into left field. Going back is Stigler. Jackson with the bat flip, and that one is well up the netting in left. A home run for DJ Jackson, and the Locos grab an early lead.
Break the game open. That was a no-doubter. Jackson crushing that one. Just turning on the pitch up and in. And the veteran Lima Loco coming through in a big time to break the ice.
Gets the cowboy hat, probably one of the cooler celebrations in the GLSCL. And well-deserved as that ball was hit probably halfway up that pole and left.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter for sure.
We'll put a run on the scoreboard and give the Locos the lead here in the fourth. We'll bring up Brennan Norton. And Huddy right back to business as that one is swung on a miss from Norton for strike 1. We've seen Hudson get barreled up a couple of times throughout this season. As that one sent out in the right field, that one's getting ranged over out of the range of Melvin. Will find its way out of play.
That ball was hit hard too. Probably would not have been gone, but would have
Maybe
likely hit the ball or hit the wall, yeah, on the fly had it stayed fair.
Didn't quite have the height as the walls are probably around 10 feet here at the park.
Probably.
Nothing in 2 to Norton as that one will miss upstairs. 0-2. Locos in the blue tonight. Joe's wearing the blacks they've had some success with so far. As the 1-2 fouled off the plate. Haven't seen the Joes wear the whites the entire postseason.
Nope.
I've been riding with the blacks, just changed the pants. 1-2 to Norton. A ground out victim in his first time. Grounded out to Badalack to end the inning. As the 0-2 on the outside corner, rung him up. Norton not too happy about that one. He will head back to the dugout and becomes the beer batter. It's taken us 4 innings to get a strikeout from Hudson. Not something we're used to seeing from Hudson, who strikes out just over a guy an inning. Big swing and a miss from Davis. 39 strikeouts in 34 innings pitched for Tyler Hudson. Just the 5 walks as that one shot foul as well. Yeah, Hudson has worked quickly twice now is pausing on the 0-2. And that'll miss upstairs. I think if him and Ulrich are absolutely locked on, I think you're going to move as fast as possible here. That one will ring the outside corner. Slider caught. And back-to-back backwards Ks for Tyler Hudson, who seems to be a bit upset with the home run.
Yeah, Davis was not happy on that one, but Hudson, like you mentioned, continuing to just work really, really quickly here.
And that one rings the bottom part of the zone.
It's almost like watching banana ball. No stepping out. You
Nope.
get the ball back right into the windup.
The 0-1 on the inside corner. Morozic in danger of being 3 straight strikeouts. Tyler Hudson trying to strike out the side as Morozic takes a couple of seconds, readjusts his batting gloves in the 0-2 on the outside corner. Strikes out the side in order, does Hudson. Right back to business after the home run. The Locos grab the lead here in the early going. We head to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching Game 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field.
Four, 5, and 6 due up for the Joes. Stigler, Ulrich, and Melvin. As the Joes now bat with a deficit. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Stigler, one of the 3 Joes to reach successfully via a hit tonight. The Joes will look to get to Rising, but Rising is painting that outside corner. You've seen the outer third be a favorite from both pitchers the last inning or so, as that one's chopped to the right-hand side. Over is Jackson. He'll have a foot race with Stigler to the bag. Will beat him for out number 1. As it looks like Rising looking to find the outside corner on righties, make them slap the ball the other way. Be out in front, maybe roll some balls over. We'll bring up Evan Ulrich. Strikeout victim his first time. And that one on the outside corner as well for strike one. Make that 4 straight pitches on the outer third for Grant Rising. Nothing, one breaking ball. Hit straight back from Evan Ulrich. Also the first breaking ball we've seen of the inning. Rising above 60 on the pitch count so far. The 0-2 hitting the air into right. Herring going to range under it. Make the play for out number 2. As the balls have just hung in the air a bit more than you'd like to see tonight for the Joes.
Yeah, a lot of flyouts. 4th now to the outfield for Hamilton.
We'll bring up Tristan Melvin. Was part of back-to-back strikeouts to Ulrich and himself in the first and second, as that one misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Joe's trying to get to Rising here in the 4th. He's put up 3 straight zeros. That one hitting the right center field. That's going to get down just in front of Herring. Again, the ball hanging in the air. Almost gave Herring an ability to make the catch.
It was good hustle to cut that off, though. Off the bat, that looked like it was definitely going to be a double for Tristan Melvin, and instead Herring able to cut it off in right center to hold him at 1.
We'll bring up Clay Badalak. A single in his first time up. Required Davis to range to his right up the middle. Was able to beat out the throw. It's the first pitch. Bounces away from White. On his horse is Melvin. He will reach second on the pass ball. Just popped out of the glove of White. Not something we've grown accustomed to seeing from him in the first 3 innings. Has been great behind the plate.
Yep, absolutely. Already gunned 1 man down.
Puts a runner in scoring position for Badalak. The ability to give the Joes a tie ball game, as that one rings the outside corner once again. One ball, one strike. Melvin out there at second. Bouncing his way. Breaking ball, almost finds its way all the way back into the zone. Badalak getting out of the way. But once again, we talked about it last inning, Rising just keep adding more break on that breaking ball. It just seems like every inning it adds vertical or horizontal run. As the 2-1, the breaking ball again, this one going to find the zone. Count even. The Locos ahead 1-0. The Joes trying to get to Rising for the first time in the ball game. 2-2. Just off the plate. Bounced in.
That breaking ball is tempting.
Yeah.
At the plate, you can tell.
I've seen a couple of Joes strike out, swinging over the top of that curveball so far. Big gap on the left-hand side as Gill is holding the runner. He heads back to his normal position. Is that one off the plate for ball 4? Good eyes by Badalak. Is able to reach himself on base for the second time tonight. We'll bring up Sam Lowe. (19 RBIs on the regular season. Did have a single yesterday. One of just a handful from the Joes. The first pitch in the dirt, blocked by White once again. They're calling on him to do a lot of work in this inning, as Rising has eclipsed the 70 pitch mark. A P6 for Sam last time. Got under one and skied one into the middle of the infield. Ball, no strike. That one again in the dirt. Bit of a pump fake from White over to Badalak. As White will call time, walk his way out to the mound. Just looking to calm him down. We have not, or the Locos have not seen Rising go more than 3 innings the entire season.
Yeah, and only did that one time as well.
Yeah.
So mostly a 1 to 2 inning guy.
Kind of talked about how maybe just the only pitcher they have left.
Yeah, did not play also this past spring at Eastern Michigan. Did not see any time on the mound. So we talked about it a couple days ago, maybe just trying to build that arm up, build the strength to go a little deeper in games as you make your way into the heart of your college career.
2-0, good hitters count for Sam Lowe. As that one will miss low. And give a 3-0 count to Sam, who is likely going to get the red light here. Rising, who is semi-struggled to find the zone to Badalak, and now Low. Walked Badalak and is now down 3-0 to Low. It's a 3-0 on the outside corner for strike 1.
We'll see now. It's maybe a spot where Lowe might think about possibly taking again.
Yeah. I would also be interested what is in the bag of tricks for Rising. If the Locos team is a breaking ball with 2 strikes or with 3 balls kind of team. As the 3-1. Chop just foul. Norton gave it a couple steps as that one was able to find its way foul. We'll fill the count at 3-2. We'll have runners take off with the pitch. We'll give Badalak a chance to stretch the legs, as if Sam Lowe can maybe find a gap. Can give the Joes the lead. Full count 3-2, 2 outs and 2 runners on. There go the runners. The 3-2 missing upstairs. A walk to load the bases for the big man, Cal Brazier. Brazier, who stung a ball to right field his last time, found the glove of Herring. Brazier 1 for 5 with the bases loaded in the regular season. Don't need much from him tonight. Just need something in the outfield. Don't need him to clear the bases. Is that one missing up, and Rising showing almost telltale signs of a pitcher who is growing out of gas.
Yeah. Cal did come up yesterday in a huge spot with the bases loaded and 2 outs and was able to deliver for the Joes with a 2 RBI single.
Rising missing up consistently, not something you want to be doing against Brazier, as that one is perhaps a touch too high, and Brazier able to pop that one. We hold our breath in the press box as that one gets out of play. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Cal Brazier maybe chasing a little bit on that one.
Yeah, that's a risky one to take the hands at.
What do they say? Eyes over stomach or eyes over heart? Bases loaded. The Joes chasing one. The 1-1 gonna miss upstairs.
And so now, if you count that swing where Cal Brazier probably chased a little bit upstairs, it's been everything up high from Rising as of late.
Nobody up in that bullpen.
Just 1 pitch potentially away from getting out of the inning, though.
You do see with pitchers when they are tired, they start to not finish as many pitches, and by virtue, you'll see pitches upstairs. That one's ripped in the left field. That's going to get down and score 1. They're going to wave around Clay Badalag. The ball gets away from Gardner and left. Now runners at the corners. Captain Canada, Cal Brazier does it again. A 2-run single gives the Joes the lead in the 4th.
How about that? We talked about 1 for 5 with the bases loaded in the regular season, but how about 2 for 2, and both with 2 outs now here in the postseason. Second time he's come through really in a huge spot for the Joes. You would have hated to give up that home run in the top of the inning, had a chance to get your response and not been able to get anything out of it. Now with runners on the corners and 2 outs, the top of the order coming up for the Joes. We're going to see a mound visit, and it looks like some movement beginning to stir in the Lima pit.
Quickly some movement out in the Lima bullpen, as if you're Lima, you don't want to see this get away from yourself. Grant Rising was over 80 pitches. We mentioned how he has not gone more than 3 innings, as we get a very, very long mound visit to give that guy out in the bullpen as much time as possible, who is now throwing bullets consistently.
It's a right-hander out there for Lima. Can't quite catch the number, but is a righty, so regardless, it looks like it's going to flip the arm to the other side for the Joes when that pitcher will come in. But first, Hamilton looking to do some more damage here.
2-1, Hamilton now back on top. Brazier at first, Parker Lester at the plate as the first pitch going to miss low.
Did miss there, but that's a good sign from Rising. He's able to bring it down, and that was at least close.
Parker, who is 1 for 2 today. Hit one almost off the back of Rising his last time. Hits one right back up the middle once again. Staying clean up the middle. Cal Brazier, a hard round to second. He'll be back and stay there as the Joes extend the lead now. 3-1. Sam Lowe comes around to score, and Parker Lester continues his good playoffs.
And just like we saw to the Joes' detriment yesterday, the big rally comes all with 2 outs here today. Yesterday we saw that big 6-run bottom of the 6th for Lima that really put the game away. They did not have any base runners. First 2 men in the inning to come up to the plate were put down, and then they got the big rally. Now the Joes doing the same.
Andrew Patrick will square to bunt, pull back. A pump fake from White.
Lester just laying on the ground for a minute there.
It's all fun and games here as the Joes have taken the lead.
Parker has so much fun, regardless of what the situation is.
Yeah. Living that Wimmers-esque lifestyle. Just
have
trying to have fun. As the 1-0 Andrew Patrick hit out of play. This will be pitch number 85 for Rising. Do not know what maybe he's thrown in scrimmages with Eastern Michigan in the fall or in the spring, or maybe if their plan is to lengthen them out. But he's been good so far. Just a couple of hiccups as the Joes have gotten to him in the fourth. Breaking ball going to miss low. Two balls, one strikes to Andrew Patrick, who has been on fire this postseason. Mentioned he was hitless yesterday. As the 2-1 swung on and missed over the top of, is Rising able to find the outside corner.
Jacob Newman, it looks like, is in the bullpen for Lima. Samford Bulldog.
Heyo.
Last pitch July 23rd against the Richmond Jazz.
Samford, a perennial NCAA basketball school.
A lot of guys in this league from Samford.
That's the 2-2. Chopped. Foul. Just foul.
Athletic play at third base by Norton to not run over Cal Brazier there. Brazier slid into third.
At the same
and
time,
Norton was running up to try and tag the base. He thought that was fair, and Norton hurdled him.
If I'm Norton at 5'8", I am also 5'8". If I see Cal Brazier running at me, I'm probably going to do everything in my power to touch the base and get out of the way as well. As Brazier, 6'3", very stocky Canadian man. The 2-2. Chased in the dirt. Will acquire a throw to first from White. Will do so successfully to DJ Jackson. And that will retire the side for Grant Rising. 3 runs come across as the Joes get to Grant Rising in the fourth. Looking to keep the inning and hopes alive for the Joes is Tyler Hudson, who comes back on the mound to keep the score at 3-1. GLSCL Championship Baseball back here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network in just a moment.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872, for years they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction.
3-1 our score. Sadler, White, and Garner due up for the Locos, who now see themselves trailing. Bit of a momentum swing after the solo shot at the top of the fourth. The Joes put up 3 of their own in the bottom half. Top of the first begins with a ball hit into foul territory, but that one's going to find its way out of play. Sadler, a 4-3 put out his last time up. Hit the ball hard to the right-hand side, part of Hudson's 6-pitch second inning.
Pardon, Blake. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, might take a couple more pitches throughout this inning. Trying to throw Sadler, or rather Hudson, out of his rhythm. Sadler calls time. As Hudson was working really quickly after the home run. Got 3 straight strikeouts as that one will miss low. Hudson, as I mentioned before he had the strikeouts, is more used to punching out quite a number of guys. We saw the strikeout total up to 39 in the regular season. Struck out 3 in his appearance at Big Red Field in round number 1. That one up the middle softly. Badilak up to make the play. It'll be a tough one. Throw across his body. Badilak just continues to amaze. That ball, probably with a normal shortstop, is an infield single.
That's a very high percentage hit.
It looked like the one Badilak hit earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
As Braden White will square to bunt. That one's hit to Sam Lowe. He will grab that one, field the one with the bare hand, but a perfectly placed bunt for the catcher, Braden White.
How about the catcher bunting for singles?
Catching people off guard.
This league, man, so many speedy catchers. You look at, I mean, it's all over the place. We talked about Nick Wimmer's speed for the Joes. You got Braden White for Lima. You've got catchers hitting leadoff for the Xenia Scouts. Guys behind the plate can run.
Put a runner on for Carson Garner as he will swing through that one for strike 1. It's been a trend throughout, at least my broadcasting days, as I called in the spring, and we had a catcher, Nick Sizemore, who would frequently drag bunt, and I thought that was weird, but I guess I never called in the GLSCL. As the slider catches the outside corner. Tyler Hudson eyeing down strikeout number 4. Short pause. Here comes the 0-2. Buzzing the tower of Garner, able to throw the hands out of the way. And he will live to see another pitch. 1-2, 1 out. Joe's on top 3-1 here in the 5th. 1-2, just going to miss off the plate.
Oh, that's a good slider from Hudson. You get the idea there, trying to draw the chase, but good eyes there from Garner.
2-2 pitch has eyes. Parker Lester, a little conversation with the field umpire. Not sure if he's asking him to move or something like that, but there's the fastball, pumped right by the bat of Garner. Slams the bat in frustration. And strikeout number 4 for Tyler Hudson. This has been what we are used to seeing from Hudson. Comes in and just fills up strike zones as the 2-out offering. Now to Ty Gill will miss upstairs, and exactly what you need when you're trailing 1.
Absolutely. Keep the pitch count low as well. We talked about throughout the playoffs, training wheels are off for most people now, so you don't have to worry about pulling them in a certain pitch count.
1-0 on the outside corner to Gill.
And so for Tyler Hudson, you'd love to see him keep this efficiency up, and he could go very, very deep in this game if he's able to do so.
1-1. Braden White over there at first. He bunted his way on. Little start-stop as that one will miss off the plate. You see Sam Lowe in on the green part of the turf. That's the grass. Kind of in favor of a bunt here from Gill, who dropped a beautiful one down yesterday.
Yep.
Beat it out for a single. That's a 2-1. Just off the outside corner. Hudson trying to consistently find the outer third here on Gill. Maybe get him to pull something or roll over. (3-1). Foul to the backstop. Gill seeming almost like a Wimmers-esque type of hitter. A guy who's going to give you a great at-bat and drive up pitch counts and find his way on one way or another.
Yeah, he's not going to swing at a pitch that he doesn't like. That's the theme that we've seen from him the past couple of days. If he doesn't want to swing, he's not going to chase.
Full count here with 2 outs and a runner on for Hudson. Runners off with the pitch. Gill sends one out in the center field. Andrew Patrick threw up the hands, thought he didn't see it, but he was right under it for out number 3, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Another zero hung up from Tyler Hudson, a much needed one as the Joes hang on to their lead. 3-1 our score. We're heading to the 5th inning here on the Hall Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
New pitcher on the mound. It's Jacob Newman, who we thought was out there for the Locos. He'll come in relief for Rising, who left with 88 pitches. As we will get the right-hander, which means switch hitting Nick Wimmers will bat from the other side of the plate. We mentioned Wimmers, a great eye at the plate, reached base 4 times yesterday. Long pause from Newman. We'll get the first pitch of the inning to Wimmers. That's a slider in there for strike 1. 76 on that one. As we'll see if there's a big velo discrepancy between the two guys. Definitely got the right and left sort of mix up as the 0-1 hit on the left-hand side. Coming in is Norton to throw across his body. Pulls DJ Jackson off the bag, but is able to keep the leg on it for out number 1.
Yeah, I think he came off, but he got back on.
Yeah, I think the heel up and then right back down. Jackson showing off the athleticism over there at first as a beautiful 5-3 retires Nick Wimmers for out number 1. We'll bring up Steven Stigler, 1 for 2. Single in the first, a 3 unassisted in the 4th. Was kind of fighting off with 2 strikes on that one, as that one just off the plate for ball 1. You've seen Rising go to the outside part of the plate on Stigler, and now Newman, who returns the outer third here in his first time facing Stigler. 87 miles an hour on that fastball. We see Newman kind of light up the radar gun here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider gonna break a lit too much. Find its way to the backstop.
Talked about Jacob Newman, one of the many Samford Bulldogs that have graced this league. Joe's had a couple last year, as did Lima.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ripped in the air, but right into the glove of Gill.
Wow.
Who hung in the air.
He stopped in midair.
Yeah, that was...
he jumped up and just stood on an invisible box out there. That was a great catch.
Gill goes to Purdue. Maybe he's got a shot with the basketball team. Boilermakers a very good basketball team last year.
Absolutely. Call up Matt Painter. Let him know.
2 outs now to Evan Ulrich. Now swings over the top of the slider here to Newman. Ulrich go for 0 for 2. As he'll rip that one just over the glove of Gill. I think this one a little bit too right.
He was close, though. He was very, very close.
I think if that's right over top of him, he might snag that. But that was to his right a little bit. That is probably one of the best verticals I've seen out of a shortstop.
Absolutely. Luck finally on the Joe's side. Wimmers was close. Stigler was close. Ulrich finally able to break through with the hit.
We'll bring up Tristan Melvin. 1 for 2. A big part of that big 4th inning for the Joes that gave them the lead. You see it on the scoreboard right now. Breaking ball.
Good slider.
Called that front door slider. On the inside corner for strike 1. Melvin, a 2-out single that led things off in the 4th. So a couple of walks and a couple singles from Brazier and Lester's. That one shot into the glove of Newman. Able to make this squeeze for out number 3. And it just seems like balls finding gloves here for the Joes in the 6th. We'll head to the 6th inning. 3-1 our score. You're watching game number 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series here on the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton. Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Tyler Hudson back out on the mound, has done everything and more you've wanted here in game number 2. Has given you 5 strong innings. We'll look to see if he can give it 6 or 7, get us to the back half of this ball game. As there is an arm lightly throwing out there in the bullpen. We heard Shea Hendrickson would be the probably the first guy up.
Yeah, would be a guy that the Joes might go to here.
As the first pitch here to Herring, going to miss low for strike number 1. Herring 0 for 2, reaching the fielder's choice in the first as that one finds the outside corner. Hudson back to business, painting the outer third. 86 on the corner as Herring will take his time to get back into the box, trying to throw off the rhythm of Hudson, or the Locos, throughout the last couple of ABs as that one's hit into foul territory. Sam Lowe ranging over to the fence. He'll make the play for out number 1. P5 to start things off for Hudson, who continues to just fill it up for the Joes. We'll bring up DJ Jackson, who's responsible for the 1 run you see on the scoreboard as Hudson finds that outside corner for strike 1.
We'll see if Hudson learns the lesson and not give him a ball up and in last time. That was the ball that he took into the netting out there beyond left field. That ball was crushed.
0-1 right down the middle for now 0-2.
And Hudson's not even playing with it.
No, not blinking as DJ Jackson is taking his time to get back into the box. Seems to be a strategy from the Locos here as the 0-2 comes in. Chopped on the ground, left-hand side. Will find its way out to the bullpen. And the count will remain 0-2. The 0-2 once again coming in from Hudson. On the outside corner, froze him. Painting the outer black is Tyler Hudson. 5th strikeout of the game. And the 4th backwards one. Took Hudson 3 innings to get his first strikeout, got his first in the 4th, but since then has struck out 5. And the first man to strike out to Hudson right here, Brendan Norton. Will send that one to the right-hand side, ranging over and hooking foul. That ball had eyes for the right field foul line. Thought maybe we would have saw something like yesterday where the ball just dropped and was able to be a triple.
Yeah, that ball was hit up the line, but it's pushed foul.
0-1. Hudson looking for another 0 on the scoreboard. As that one rings the outside corner. Norton having a couple of words with Ron Black behind the plate. Not entirely liking that one, but Hudson has built a house there. Gets a swinging strike 3. The beer batter goes down, will make the Hamilton faithful happy. And strikeout number 6 for Tyler Hudson brings us to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 our score. Joe's on top. You're watching game number 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joe's game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
Badalak, Lowe, and Brazier, 7, 8, 9 due up for the Joes. This bottom third of the lineup been the one so far that has brought the runs across. As Melvin, Badalak, and Lowe went single walk to load the bases before Brazier brought home 2 runs. First pitch from Newman in there for strike 1. Badalak's first time facing a righty tonight in the arm of Jacob Newman. 0-1 just off the plate. Newman, who came in just 1 inning ago. That's the 1-1. Just going to miss inside. Badalak again with some good eyes at the plate. Was able to work an 0-2 count to 3-2 his last time up. Worked his way on. The 0-2 tries the slider, almost finds that outside corner. I tell you, this Lima team's got a lot of guys that have those breaking balls that move a ton.
Yes, definitely.
3 balls and 1 strike. Badalak trying to work his way on yet again. That one ripped into center field. Davis unable to get a glove on it. And Badalak has reached base all 3 times. Second hit of the game for Badalak. And sandwiched in between the 2 is that walk that scored a run in the 4th. We'll bring up Sam Lowe. 0 for 1, but did reach base via that walk. First pitch on the outside corner, rings it for strike one. Saw Hudson find a place, build a house on that outside corner.
Definitely, that's a spot where both guys have been going tonight. I saw Rising try to work that as much as he could earlier as well on those righties.
If you're the Joes, maybe just get up on that plate and push it the other way, as Sam Lowe will foul that one behind us. And the count moves to 0-2. Newman with no Ks so far. He's given up 2 hits, 1 to Ulrich, now 1 to Badalak. As the Joes get their first leadoff base runner of the game here in the bottom of the 6th. And we're taking a couple of seconds to get the sign. Here comes the 0-2. That one hit up the middle softly. The only play is going to be to first and will be made in time.
Snapped out of the arm there by Gill.
Ty Gill continuing his good defensive play throughout this series. Seems like a shortstop kind of series.
Yes, indeed.
We'll bring Cal Brazier to the plate. Man of the hour so far. Had the first 2 RBIs. Hit one into left field. That brought home Melvin and Badalak. And propelled the Joes to those 3 runs. As they lead 3-1 now. First pitch to Brazier. The left-hand side once again. Gill gonna have to make a running play to his right. Will throw across his body for out number 2. Gill just getting his chance to show off here in this inning. A couple of tough plays for him to make. Able to make them easily. And that'll flip the lineup over for Parker Lester. Parker Lester will get his first righty. Always seems more comfortable against righties every time we talk to him.
Yep.
Look to put a ball into the outfield for his 3rd hit of the ball game. He'll square to bunt and pull back as the slider clips the outside corner for strike 1. Senses fly out in the first. Has a single in the 3rd, single in the 4th. The 4th got himself an RBI. Long pause, here comes the 0-1. Upstairs from Newman.
Brenner, own goal. No, Brenner forced an own goal.
Newman taking his time. Seen polar opposites from Hudson and Newman. Hudson working incredibly fast. Newman taking his time. That's the 1-1. In the dirt, bounces away from White, but towards third base. And Badalak will think twice before running. Always tough to advance to third when there's a lefty up, because the catcher has a full line of sight to third. He doesn't have to go around the batter. And by virtue, will probably make one of his better throws. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hit to the right-hand side. Davis have to come in on the run. Flip over to Jackson for out number 3. And Badalak is stranded on the base paths. All done with 6th here at Foundation Field. We're going for 7. Top of the 7th coming up. Tyler Hudson back on the mound. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day, offering a diverse range of senior living services. Our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field.
Jaden Davis going to lead things off. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Davis, Morozic, and Sadler as the Locos look to fight their way back in this game. Chasing 2. 6 strikeouts for Tyler Hudson, who's back out there on the mound. Just 74 pitches here in the 7th. As that one rings the outside corner. Nothing to 1. Davis 0 for 2 tonight. That one will find bottom middle. Oh, 2. On the outside corner, caught him looking. Tyler Hudson might as well make that his home address.
He's rolling.
Been living on the outside corner. That's strikeout number 7.
This may be the most amount of looking strikeouts I've ever seen from
5?
the Joes this season.
I've got 5.
Yeah, I mean, this is just wild.
We'll bring up Josh Morozic as that one finds the outside corner. Hudson quickly finding himself going down in Joe's lore. Here with this performance, the 0-1 bounced in. Lights have kicked on here at Foundation Field. We've been very thankful that the weather's been favorable for us as that one ripped back up the middle. We'll cut the string of retired Locos as Morozic on with his first hit of the ball game.
Designated hitter, Cade Sadler.
Below 4, that being Norton. Braden White has really been the only offensive bright spot for the Joes in the bottom part of the order with 2 hits, a double, and a bunt single. Now Morozic throws his name in the ring. As that will miss inside to Sadler. Tyler Hudson up to 80 pitches. Saw him go 6 innings a couple of weeks ago in the reverse start. We'll hum that one over to Brazier, but that will be in time. Morozic back. First pickoff move we've seen all day. A welcome relief from yesterday. As the 1-0 ripped in the left field. Stigler going to have to go back. He's going to reach up and make the play on the warning track. Having to go all the way back is Morozic, but Stigler unable to get the throw back into the infield in time.
Still a great play regardless. Saving likely a run. As had he fallen and not making that, not made that catch, then that probably would have made it a 3-2 ball game at least, and then maybe would have even resulted in 3 bags potentially from Cade Sadler. That ball was crushed.
We'll bring up the hottest bat in the Locos lineup tonight in Braden White. Double single so far. The only Loco tonight to reach base twice. As that one rings in there for strike 1. Yeah, you mentioned how important that play is. If that gets down, you bring Braden White up with a runner in scoring position and maybe 1 run across.
Yeah, probably going to have the tying run at least on second, maybe on third.
An absolutely crucial play is the 0-1. And on the left-hand side, that's going to find its way into the hand of a coach as him and Tyler Thaman have a bit of a rivalry in terms of who can field the ball better over there. I haven't seen Thaman have to make a lot of plays so far.
Not tonight.
1 for 1 over there. Nothing in 2. Hudson hunting for strikeout once again. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. Strikeout number 8 overall. Hudson ready. Here comes the 0-2. Just fouled off of the plate. This being the longest outing for Hudson so far. He's gone 6 innings twice this season, but has not gone past that 6-inning limit. Now sits up at 85 pitches. The 0-2. Chopped right to him. He'll field it Flip over to Brazier for out number 3. And another 0 hung on the board for Hudson. So Hudson doing his job. The Joes will look for some insurance as it's stretch time here at Foundation Field. The GLSCL Championship Series will be right back on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone. 4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Andrew Patrick going to lead things off for the Joes as they will look to extend the lead up by 3. We'll bring up Andrew Patrick. Andrew Patrick, Nick Wimmers, and Steven Stigler will look to get the offense rolling for the Joes. Andrew Patrick looking for his first hit of the ball game, is hitless so far in the GLSCL Championship Series. First pitch to Patrick, off the plate. Newman in his 3rd inning of work after we saw Rising go 4. Through 88 pitches through 4.
There's a pitcher in the Joes bullpen, nothing in Lima's arm barn.
Add that one to the thesaurus. 2 balls, no strikes to Patrick. We don't know how far Hudson's arm will take him. He's up to 86 pitches. The 2-0 on the outside corner for strike 1. Andrew Patrick not too happy with that one. Very, very good crowd on hand.
550.
The stands in front of us are packed, and we've seen fans along both baselines. As the 2-1 smashed on the ground to Davis. We'll lollipop it over to first in the glove of Jackson for out number 1.
Nearly a sellout for the Joes. I believe this is close to the highest attendance we've seen all season here at Foundation Field. So they cracked 500, yes. I think, one other time, and it was the game on July 21st, 524 in attendance that night.
I believe that was Little League night.
Yes, so this is the highest attended game for the Joes this season at Foundation Field.
So Wimmers shoots that one to the left-hand side, just out of the glove of Gill. Wimmers back on base. First hit of the game. Reached on a walk in the first, has a couple of ground outs, but has finally found the outfield. Give the Joes a 1-out base runner.
Joes have a hit in every inning. Runner equalize.
Stigler looking for his 2nd hit of the ball game. Has hit the ball hard every time he's been up, as that one going to bounce into the chest plate of White for ball 1. Single in the first. Shot one over to Jackson in the 4th. And an L6 that might be the L6 of the year, with Gill probably having a 40-inch vertical to grab that one. Pause from Newman. Here comes the 1-0. Slider catches the outside corner on the back door. One ball, one strike, one runner on here with 1 out. The Joes up 3-1. And there goes Wimmers. Stigler going to send that ball high into the air. Wimmers might have to retreat. As coming over is Herring, but that's going to drop out of play.
Did a little parkour on the fence, but that ball got a little too far for him.
We talked about the speed of Wimmers before. I have to think if you get that one down, maybe you really get to see him show off the motor. Really saw it on that one triple he had in Xenia. As the 1-2 bounces just out of the glove of White. Not far away enough for Wimmers. So we'll retreat back to first. Newman has gone more than 2 innings just once. In an appearance against Jetbox, he went 4 1/3. As there goes Wimmers again. The 2-2 in there. Strike him out. Almost to throw him out, but Wimmers showing off the 6'7" speed, able to get in there. Put a runner in scoring position for Evan Ulrich. Who was trending in the right direction. Went 0 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats. And then singled in the 5th. We'll see if he can put a ball into the outfield this time and let Wimmers come around to score. Once again, a gap on the right-hand side with Davis holding on the runner. That one almost to the backstop. Good job by White to throw the glove out there, keep that one in front. One ball, no strike as we get a flyover.
Flyover, retroplane.
Never a dull moment in Hamilton. As the 1-0 just clips the outside corner. Ulrich not too happy with that one. Ulrich, Joe's catchers tonight, was in a bit of disbelief as maybe he thinks that Huddy's not getting that one on the other side. But that outside corner's been there pretty consistently all night. It's been a great zone as the slider gonna freeze Ulrich. Find the zone, and he's down 0-2.
Ron Black, supervisor of umpires, I should say, for the league behind the plate tonight.
So should be the best.
Umpire crew was fantastic yesterday. Really, really good in Lima.
Loved that zone. As the 1-2 hit high into the air. Heading back is Jackson. He's going to settle under it in right field and make the catch for out number 3. Leave a runner stranded at second, but we're done with 7. 8th inning coming up. We'll see if Hudson is back up on the mound. Joe's 6 outs away from forcing a game number 3, game number 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series. We'll be right back on the All Well Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Garner going to lead things off the top of the 8th. Hudson still on the mound. We saw movement out there as we believe Chase Hopewell was starting to make his way in, but I think Hudson kind of waved him off, said, no, I got this.
Yeah, Hudson was standing outside the dugout.
The first pitch in there for strike one. Absolutely huge. We don't want to look past this game, as you have to get this game to get to game 3. But I have to think Hudson going 8 tremendously helps the bullpen tomorrow as the count moves to 0-2. Nothing in 2. Hudson looking for yet another strikeout. I've seen them find their way onto the scorecard consistently here in the last couple of innings. 7 strikeouts for Hudson. Season high so far in strikeouts for Hudson. Previous high was 6 as the 1-2 going to be fouled out of play. That was pitch number 90 for Hudson. I don't think we've seen him go this high this season. As that one comes in and clips the arm of Garner. Not the guy you want to put on with the top of the order coming up. And here comes Tyler Thaman. We'll see if Hopewell is going to come out with the quick leash.
Yeah, we'll see.
We've talked about throughout the season that Hudson has been great with runners on, has not let it phase him.
Looked like he handed the ball over to Tyler Thaman. Maybe not, actually.
Yeah, no,
Thaman's hands are both empty. And now he did.
So here comes Hopewell. A standing ovation from the Joes faithful. And who else would you like to have on the mound to send you to game 3? Here comes the blonde locks of the flamethrower. We'll be right back after his warm-up pitches in just a few minutes. You're watching the GLSCL Championship game here on the All World Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Chase Hopewell on to slam the door here in the 8th. Nobody out. A runner on for the top of the order. Ty Gill going to stride up and look to continue the momentum for the Locos after the hit by pitch to Garner.
Chase, a guy that the Locos know very well.
Yes. And a guy that provided a roar from the crowd.
Yes, indeed. One side loves him, one side hates him. Chase with 1 career appearance against the Lima Locos. Game last season in the GLSCL Championship. Game 3 that time at Simmons Field.
Chase Hopewell making appearance number 12 in the season if you count the All-Star game. So that one is ripped into right field. Going back and coming in now is Melvin. He'll make the play. One pitch, one out to Gill, who came in hunting, jumped all over it, but was unable to find a gap. Melvin settles under it for out number one.
So get through this top of the order if you're Chase Hopewell. You need
Exactly.
to get through, get these outs. You're able to bring up the bottom of the order for that ninth and just try to shut things down. But this top of the order is so deadly for Lima. You need to get them out of the game, make them no longer a factor.
Brian Herring now up. Will foul off the first pitch he sees. I think that's a huge reason why Hopewell came in now. I think if maybe you hit Davis or Norton, you maybe let Hudson kind of ride it out with the bottom part of the order coming up. But with the top of the order, your best hitters for the Locos, you got to throw your best pitcher. As the 0-1, going to miss upstairs.
Chase went 2 perfect innings in that game last year. Struck out 5 of 6 to close out the championship game 3, win the title for the Joes.
We see a pickoff move. Getting back quickly is Garner. Nothing doing over there. Chase already with 1 save in the postseason. Closed out game number 2 of the South Division Series at a 3-inning save. Only struck out four. Hard to say only struck out 4, but we are more accustomed to him striking out way more as that one's out into center field. Andrew Patrick going to settle under it, make the catch for out number 2. And Hopewell, like he's done many times before, comes in and puts out the fire.
2 pieces of hard contact from Lima, but both find gloves. Hopewell has to be very careful here, though, as
Yes.
DJ Jackson's going to make you pay if you make a mistake on the mound.
DJ Jackson, the only run of the game for the Locos. Smashed, crushed, demolished a pitch earlier for a solo home run as Hopewell gets ahead 0-1. Struck out looking in the 6th as Hudson got the better of him. The time after the home run. As that one just going to miss off the corner. Hopewell kind of giving a bit of a shrug. I've seen that outside corner kind of expand a little bit from Ron Black behind the plate, but has been consistent. As the 1-1 smashed in the left field. DJ Jackson jumping up the line after the single. He will reach for his second time.
Rather odd. I'm not sure if there was chatter in between him and Hopewell, but Jackson didn't really run as much as he turned his body and had some words for either Hopewell or one of the Joe's infielders on the left side about something. But
Jackson is a returner, correct?
Regardless, yes, he is a returner.
So maybe a bit of
maybe something about that last year. I'm not sure, but regardless, it will be a single. Put runners on first and second now for Lima.
Lima with their first runner in scoring position since the 3rd inning. As that one's hit up the middle, Badalak going to field that. Flip it over to Parker Lester. An 8-pitch 8th for Chase Hopewell, who came in and has put out the fire. The extinguisher keeps the lead alive for the Joes. 3-1 our score, heading to the bottom half of the 8th here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
Tristan Melvin, 6, 7, 8. Melvin, Badalak, and Lowe due up in the 8th. Joe's last chance to add on some insurance runs before Hopewell presumably comes out for the 9th. Another flyover, this time a helicopter.
That's not good.
Time called from White. He'll come out and talk to Newman.
Yeah, we don't normally get flyovers here.
No.
It's rather odd.
They just know it's championship
Normally,
baseball.
though, the only time you see helicopters around here is when someone's getting airlifted.
Oh, no.
So hopefully that is not the case.
Yeah, I hope everybody's okay.
But second flyover of the game. First one was from a cool retro airplane. That was pretty nice.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Sunset has been absolutely gorgeous as well here. Is Melvin going to square to bunt? That one's bounced in. Will find its way to the backstop.
Bunted off the bounce. Why not?
Cricket style,
Cricket
you know.
style, yeah.
We'll never shy away from a cricket reference. 1-0 to Melvin, who is 1 for 3. Lined out back to Newman his last time up. As the 1-0 on the outside corner. Now 1-1. This might be the best sunset we've seen here at the field.
Yeah, definitely. The clouds are pink and the sky is light blue.
Great breaking ball from Newman. Broke all the way across the plate. Finds the outside corner. Froze Melvin. The Joe's trying to put a leadoff runner on once again. I've only done that the one time. As the 1-2. Just off the outside corner. The only 3 runs in this game from the Joes came in the 4th. That all came with 2 outs. 3 singles, 2 walks. Brought home 3 runs. That one, big swing and a miss off of the leg of White. Melvin again doing his best to battle off some pitches. Did so in his first at back in the 2nd, but was unsuccessful in reaching base as Rising was able to get him swinging on the strikeout. Long pause from Newman as he gets his sign. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball, buckled the knees on the inside corner. Backwards K, second strikeout so far for Newman. Got his first just an inning ago as he climbs into his 4th inning of work. Joe's looking to add some insurance runs to help make the job a little bit easier and kind of ease the minds of a lot of Hamilton faithful as Badalak will try to bunt that one down the line. We'll push it. Well, foul for strike number 1. If the score is to hold, the Joes will host the Locos tomorrow for Game 3 of the GLSCL Championship Series, and what will surely be an absolute dogfight.
Absolutely.
As the 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. Have to think the Locos are staying in town with a
Probably.
2.5 hour drive. But you never know. That's the 1-1. Right down the middle for strike 2. Badalak not liking that one.
Joes did not stay in Lima last year when they had to play 2 games at Simmons Field. Games 2 and 3. Went back in 4th.
Yeah, I think if this game goes quickly, as that one is hit to the right-hand side. DJ Jackson going to flip over to Newman. Badalak up the line. Just barely gets Badalak. That one seemed almost routine for Jackson, who we've seen make 3 unassisteds consistently.
I thought Jackson was going to take that himself.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those where as a first baseman you're thinking, I'll take this one, and then you see your pitcher flying in out of the corner of your eye, and you think, I guess he's already here. I might as well flip.
Badalak almost able to leg out probably the weirdest infield single you'll see. But instead, 2 outs for Sam Lowe. That one's ripped just out of the outstretched glove of Norton. That's going to get in the left field. Garner able to get it back into the infield quickly. Sam Lowe with his first hit of the ball game.
Joe's continuing to have at least one hit in every inning.
Cal Brazier trying to keep the 2-out success rolling for the Joes. We talked about that fourth inning. The Joes brought all 3 runs across with 2 outs. Haven't seen a Brazier bomb in quite some time. I believe it was here.
Yeah, it might have been that center field home run.
Hit one just right of the batter's eye here at Foundation Field. As the breaking ball in there for a strike.
It was indeed that home run against the Cincinnati Steam.
That ball was crushed.
On July 21st, yeah, not often we'll see a center field home run here.
It was absolutely on a line, not higher than the batter's eye. 0-1, runner over there at first. As that one fouled off to the backstop. Newman with 2 strikeouts here in his 4th inning. Came in the 5th and has given up 4 hits so far. To a different batter every time. Brazier hunts his 2nd hit of the ball game. His other one brought across 2 runs for the Joes that gave them the lead. That now sits at 3-1. The 0-2 breaking ball. Fouled over to Parker Lester in the batter's box. He'll throw the hand up to whoever was trying to get the ball. I believe it was Andrew Patrick.
Andrew Patrick was going to come out of the dugout.
Those 2 guys,
they know each other well.
They're probably 2 of the funniest guys.
Our resident candy connoisseurs.
Candy connoisseurs.
Follow us on Instagram to get all your episodes of Candy Connoisseurs.
And sponsor us, please. The 0-2 fouled off. With all the NIL deals that are going around.
You never know what can come your way.
Just got to keep putting out content and see which one.
See what sticks. I'll tell you what, Blake. The Joes have done a really good job today fighting at the plate.
Yes. Pitch counts from both pitchers have been high.
Yeah, these are just some of the best quality at-bats, regardless of result, we've seen all season, I feel like.
Saw Rising get up to 88 pitches through 4. Newman up to 52 here in his 4th inning of work. It's the 0-2 just off the plate. White got a pump fake, but nothing doing. It was low back in time. Lights fully on. The sunset has gone away. Unfortunate it was so pretty. With the count 1-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Joe's looking for some insurance. 1-2. Hit high into the air. DJ Jackson going to call everybody off and camp under it. Make the squeeze for out number 3. The Joes 3 outs away from forcing the if necessary game here at Foundation Field tomorrow night. Game 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series. We'll be right back here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Locos as they will look to keep their season hopes of winning this championship in 2 games alive.
We should mention, we believe there was a warning delivered in the break to the Lima dugout. We cannot confirm that as we did not get direct communication, but umpires made some gestures. It looked like there was a warning delivered.
We got to mic the umps up, like the MLB. Jaden Davis, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. We'll send that one high into the air into center field. Andrew Patrick lost it, as that one's all the way off the batter's eye. Will rattle around out there in the outfield. He'll be into third base standing.
Ideal start for Lima.
Yeah, exactly what you want. Your 5-hole, who has not produced all day, able to get the triple here in the 9th when you need it the most.
So now we get time called, and the umpire continuing to talk to the Lima dugout, but
yeah, there's no love lost.
Maybe just something to quiet down.
No love lost between these two teams historically. As
this game has not gotten
not at all
chippy by any means.
We'll bring up Josh Morozic as he'll ground that ball over to Brazier. That will go just foul.
There is an argument, I feel like, Blake, that would say that a triple might even be better than a home run there.
Yes.
Because it's a rally starter. You're going to need the run anyway.
A lot of baseball minds will consider home runs rally killers because they don't start anything. They give a pitcher a clean slate, as that one will ring the outside corner. And Morozic now down 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, you hit a triple and a single versus a home run and a single, it's the same. But you get the feeling the triple and the single just feels like you're building something more there.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hopewell looking for his first strikeout. The 0-2, chop to the right-hand side. Hopewell likely not phased over there with Davis, as he is not the tying or winning run. You have to think he's all eyes on Morozic. 1 for 3 tonight. Is that one just going to miss off the plate? One, 2. Again, a couple of appearances where Chase has not struck out somebody in ending a game. That's the 1-2. Just off the plate, trying to go breaking ball on that one. We'll see if Evan Ulrich just goes cut the nonsense, pump the fastball. Strikeout here would be huge. 2-2. Just fouled off. We'll find the netting. 93 on that fastball. We've seen Chase top at 95. I've heard some people talk that they've seen him up to 97.
Yep.
Absolute cannon from the right-hand side. Morozic a single in the 7th. That's his last at-bat. That one will just miss off the outside corner, much to the dismay of the Joes faithful, who are in full force tonight. We mentioned 500 plus.
Yep, 550. The official capacity is 600 at Foundation Field, so
nice even number. I like
close to
like
capacity,
550.
but not 600 seats. So every seat here is full.
Yeah, the full count, swung on and missed.
That is
huge. Huge punch out for Hopewell.
That's just huge.
Puts an out on the board as we get Ron Black going out to talk to Hopewell now. I believe at this point words are being spoken between players.
It seems as such.
We'll bring up Cade Sadler, 0 for 3. Swing and a miss into the glove of Ulrich. 3-1 Joes, top of the 9th. Hopewell 2 outs away from sending the Joes back to a game 3. The 0-1 on the outside corner. Eight strikeouts throughout this game for the Joes staff. 7 from Hudson, 1 from Hopewell. Eyeing down strikeout number 2. Here comes the kick. The 0-2 fouled straight back from Sadler.
He wants some stick, it seems like. Maybe just a chance to slow things down, take a breath.
We saw Evan Ulrich, as my goodness, that pine tar was hummed out the plate, or out of the dugout. That might have had just as much velo as Chase.
I think umpire Ron Blackie's faced over there. I think he might have told the Lima dugout to hurry things up, so there might have been some urgency there on the right side.
0-2. Sadler has not been retired on strikes all night. 2 ground outs and a fly out. Here comes the 0-2. High into the air. Patrick and Melvin converging. Melvin will make the catch. They will not send the runner. Not deep enough. Don't want to get gunned down at the plate.
Yeah, no
for the
point.
last out.
You need another run behind him.
Yeah.
No point in risking that play there.
Exactly. You're going to need another hit, and if you get another hit, it'll score them, so there's no point sending the runner whatsoever. But we'll bring up the hottest bat tonight for the Locos in Braden White. Double single, and then a 1-3 put out to Tyler Hudson back in the 7th. And quite a fast-paced game. Just a touch over 2 hours, 15 minutes. 2 on offering to White. Thinks about it, but is able to hold the bat back for ball 1. At this point, with all the endorphins and the adrenaline, you have to think maybe you see a swing like that where the moment is so high pressure that you just swing it at the first pitch you see, but able to hold that one back is White. The 1-0 hit foul at the plate. 3-1 Joes, runner at third. That's Davis. Triple to lead things off. Hopewell trying to leave him there. Joe's trying to extend the season one more game. Trying to play in front of these home fans for one more night. The 1-1 fouled off. Hopewell in the advantageous count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 strikeout in the inning so far from Hopewell. Crowd fully behind the arm of Hopewell. Long pause. Here comes the 1-2. Inside. Dancing out of the way is White.
Wow, that.
And I don't blame him. I would get out of the way too.
Yes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The count even. 2 outs here in the 9th. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout. And the Joes will live another day. We will head to a game 3 once again. It just seems like every time these two teams face each other, it takes another game.
Always takes one more.
Stay tuned as we will have the Casual Pint post-game show in just a couple minutes. Luke Westbelly will have that for you. But the Joes come out victorious. A dominant win from Tyler Hudson. And a big save from Chase Hopewell. We'll be right back. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Welcome back inside Foundation Field. Joes win 3-1 the final in Game 2 of the GLSCL Championship Series. The Joes live to fight another day as we will have Game 3 here tomorrow at 7:05 with both teams fighting for their lives in a GLSCL Championship, Hamilton and Lima. Glad to be joined by tonight's winning pitcher up here in the booth. Tyler Hudson went 7 innings, gave up just 1 run off 5 hits, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Tyler, things seem to be working for you right from the beginning. It was not your team's day yesterday. You had to sit on the sidelines to watch that happen. It was just a not clean game all around. So what was it that was able to kind of shift for your squad as this game seemed to just be a lot cleaner for your team?
I think, we had 15 walks yesterday, which you're not going to win a baseball game with 15 walks. So me and Evan had a really good connection tonight, and we talked before the game and said, let's cut that down. Let's cut that down as much as we can.
Absolutely. Well, the 1 run that came in this game broke the ice in a scoreless tie, and it was a home run to lead off an inning by DJ Jackson. But then how do you respond? You strike out 3 batters in a row. You seem to be working really quickly. Was there something going through your head after that home run, or was it just working on fumes at that point?
Lima started kind of jawing a little bit, and I heard it. And, as a pitcher, you got to stay focused. But, you definitely hear it, and it just adds a little bit of energy here and there. So, so I just heard it, and gave me a little extra energy.
Well, you went 7 innings, then they allowed you to go into the 8th after you gave up the hit. You had to pass the ball off to Chase Hopewell, but talk about that sense of security almost you get when you pass the ball off to a guy like that to take the bump for that save.
Yeah, so quick story. I actually was not supposed to go out for that 8th, but I felt really good, and I talked to our pitching coach, Finnerty, and I convinced him to let me go in the 8th, but I made a promise, and I said if I get 1 runner on, you can come get me. And so I used our walkie, and I messaged down to Chase, and I said, Chase, you feel comfortable with me going out in the 8th? And he said, heck yeah. So I went back out for the 8th, and, I had that guy 1-2, and it just slider slipped, and we don't know what would happen. But it was I love Chase coming in and closing after me, so that's definitely a relief to have.
Absolutely. Well, for your team, you have success. You guys only scored runs in 1 inning. It was that 4th that provided all the offense for both sides. Talk about the emotions that were going through you potentially as you were sitting in the dugout watching those final innings unfold.
Yeah, so after the home run that I gave up, and you mentioned I struck out the next 3, I came into the dugout, and, everybody was hype, and I kind of just yelled, let's get some, and bleep, bad word, runs. And, the team really came through for me, so that's all I can ask for.
Well, Tyler, congratulations on the win. Best of luck to your team. Winner take all tomorrow for a GLSCL championship.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Tyler Hudson, the winning pitcher in tonight's game. He went 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run that was earned, and walked nobody en route to striking out 7. And most importantly, vaulting the Joes into Game 3 of the GLSCL championship tomorrow. Final line score on this one, Hamilton 3 runs off 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 on base. Lima with 1 run off 7 hits, 1 error, and 8 left on base. Hamilton with a hit in every single inning, 1 in every inning but that 4th, in which they had 3 hits. For the Locos, they had a single hit in all but 2 innings. So a little bit of offense, not really coming in bunches like we saw yesterday as I welcome my broadcast partner Blake Griffin back in, but hey, that was all it took. A win's a win when you got shut down pitching on the mound. Sometimes you just need a couple of runs to get it done.
Exactly. That's exactly what we thought we were going to see from Hudson. He's been a dog the entire year. He's come in and has only allowed a minimal amount of runs through all of his appearances. And you thought maybe just a couple of runs, 2 runs. You saw the home run go up. You were like, okay, maybe if we get 2, that's it. And that was it. We got Hopewell coming out of the bullpen, who doesn't give up any runs as well, just 1 on the entire season. So you knew that tonight was going to be something special and exactly what you needed tonight if you're the Joes.
Once again, the winning pitcher in this one, Tyler Hudson. He is now 2-0 on the playoffs after closing out the regular season with a 2-2 record. Losing pitcher for the Lima Locos was Grant Rising, who went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned off 6 hits, walked 3, and struck out 3. And the save, of course, to Mr. Closer Chase Hopewell, who went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, no walks, and a pair of strikeouts. in a scoreless outing to send the Joes to Game 3. This was a pretty quick game in front of a crowd of 550 here on July 30th. We saw a game that lasted just 2 hours and 19 minutes. Perfect weather, 81 degrees and sunny in Hamilton at first pitch, and it really just lasted. The vibes were good all game long. It was just great championship baseball, a lot more what we're used to seeing from postseason baseball in general after just that slugfest and a track meet of sorts yesterday.
Yeah, exactly what you thought you were going to see. The zone was exactly the same as it was yesterday. We loved seeing the consistency. The guys just absolutely finding it on both sides. You saw Rising do very well at finding that outside corner. You saw Hudson almost build a house on the outside corner, stay there the entire night. It just seemed like whoever was going to score last was going to win, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, Blake, a wise man once said, we will see you tomorrow night. 7:05 start as the Joes take on the Locos, back-to-back seasons in which we will see a Game 3 for the GLSCL Championship between these two teams. Come out to Foundation Field. We want it loud, a great atmosphere tomorrow, and a winner-take-all game. But for now, the Joes had to force it tonight, and that they did. 3-1 your final here from Foundation Field. We'll be on the air, coverage beginning at 6:45 tomorrow for the winner-take-all game that will decide a GLSCL champion in 2022. So until then, for my great broadcast partner Blake Griffin, Sam Muse helping out as well, all of our hardworking crew behind the scenes here at the Hamilton Joes, we'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Joes win. They force a Game 3 tomorrow. We'll see you then. This is Luke Westpoli saying good night.
We had a one